The only battle that matters. Every single day you wake up, a battle begins. Not with your coworkers, not with your friends, not with strangers on the internet. The real battle is you versus you. It's the person you are today versus the person you could become tomorrow. It's the voice that says, I'm tired, maybe tomorrow. Fighting the voice that says, get up, your future is waiting. And the truth is, most people lose this battle before their day even starts. They hit the snooze button on their alarm. They scroll instead of building. They complain instead of improving. Not because they're weak, but because facing yourself is the hardest fight in the world. You see, competing with others is easy. If someone runs faster than you say, they're just talented. If someone becomes successful, you say, they had opportunities. If someone is stronger, richer, smarter, or more disciplined, you can always find a reason why. But when the competition is you versus you, there are no excuses left. No one else to blame, no one else to point at, just the mirror. And sometimes that mirror is uncomfortable because deep down, you know the truth. You know the version of yourself that wakes up early, that trains harder, that studies longer, that builds discipline. And you also know the version of yourself that procrastinates, that doubts, that hesitates. Both versions live inside you, and every day you choose which one wins. Think about this for a moment. The life you want, the goals you dream about, the person you hope to become is not created in giant moments. It's created in small daily decisions. The decision to work when you feel lazy, the decision to stay focused when distractions call, the decision to keep going when progress feels slow. That's the battlefield. And most of the time, no one is watching. There are no cameras, no applause, no recognition, just you and your choices. But those quiet choices build powerful results because discipline is not loud. Discipline is silent. It's the early morning workout when everyone else sleeps. It's studying while others are partying. It's practicing when no one is clapping. That's what separates the person you are from the person you can become. Let me tell you something important. Your biggest enemy is not failure. Your biggest enemy is comfort. Comfort whispers sweet lies. It's okay to skip today. You deserve a break. You can start tomorrow. But tomorrow has destroyed more dreams than failure ever did. Because tomorrow becomes next week becomes next year. And one day, you wake up realizing you've spent years planning a life you never built. That's why the fight of you versus you matters so much. Because every time you defeat your excuses, you grow stronger. Every time you push through resistance, you build confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust with yourself. And self-trust is powerful. When you trust yourself, you stop doubting your ability to win. You stop asking, can I do this? You start saying, watch me. But let's be honest, this journey is not easy. There will be days you feel unmotivated, days you question everything, days you want to quit. And that's normal, because growth is uncomfortable. Becoming stronger hurts. Improving requires sacrifice. But remember this, the pain of discipline will always be smaller than the pain of regret. Years from now, you won't regret the early mornings. You won't regret the hard work. You won't regret pushing yourself. But you will regret the chances you didn't take, the effort you didn't give, the potential you ignored. So the question becomes simple. When the battle of you versus you begins tomorrow morning, which version will win? The version that makes excuses or the version that builds greatness? Because greatness isn't reserved for a few special people. Greatness is built by ordinary people who refuse to lose to their weaker self. They wake up when it's hard. They keep going when it's boring. They stay consistent when motivation disappears. They don't wait to feel ready. They become ready through action. And here's something powerful. You don't need to become perfect overnight. You just need to become 1% better today. One better choice, one more rep, one more hour of focus, one more step forward. Those tiny improvements compound. Days turn into months, months turn into years. And suddenly the person in the mirror looks different, stronger, more disciplined, more confident. That's the result of winning thousands of small battles against your old self. Remember, you are not competing with the world. You are competing with the person you were yesterday. If you become better than that person, you're already winning. So start today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. Take one step that your future self will thank you for. Do the workout, start the project, study the skill, write the plan, break the habit. Whatever it is, begin. Because every moment you delay, the weaker version of you grows stronger. But every action you take makes the stronger version of you unstoppable. So when you wake up tomorrow morning and look in the mirror, ask yourself one question. Am I going to defeat my excuses today? Because at the end of your life, people won't measure you by your intentions. They will measure you by who you became. And who you become is decided by the battle of you versus you. Win that battle, and you can win anything. Now go out there and become the person you know you're capable of being.